Happy Monday, everybody. Welcome into Chicago Bears Now. My name is Harrison Graham. It is time to hand out some winners and losers from Bears rookie minicamp, which took place from Friday to Sunday. So let's go ahead and dive on into it. We'll start with Luther Burden III. He is a winner from the weekend. Little scare on Saturday, the second practice, when he landed awkwardly after he went up for a leaping catch, but he returned on Sunday, seemed fine. So I think he just got the wind knocked out of him because he landed on the ball. But you see the talent. You see the route running, which I thought was even a little sharper than I anticipated on some of the clips we were able to see on social media. He's got really natural hands. He just looks the part, right? Like these rookie mini camps, you can really kind of tell, like, okay, this guy belongs in the NFL. That guy, we'll see you on a practice squad or in a spring league pretty soon. Luther Burden is smooth. He's fluid. He's a really good route runner. We know he's good after the catch, which you're not going to see a lot of that on display during rookie minicamp. I also found it interesting that Richard Hightower, the special teams coordinator, said that Burden will be in the mix as a returner. Now, he's really good with the ball in his hands. His tracking the ball on punts was a little inconsistent in college. So if Devin Duvernay is on this team, I would imagine he's the punt returner. But I'd be down to get Burden in the mix, especially as a kick returner, because it's a little less pressure. There's not people running at you full speed. It's not as difficult to track the ball as it is on a punt. But maybe he's a part-time returner type if they're looking for a big play. But I think the Bears are going to be able to use this guy in a lot of different ways, and it's really, really exciting to see. Okay, we're not going to go live today like we normally do on Mondays for a couple reasons. One, we got NBA draft lottery tonight, so we got a lot of things going on at Chat Sports. And two, and more importantly, we're going to go live on Wednesday for the schedule release. Really want to do that this year. Haven't done that in the past, so we will be live on Wednesday. Schedule release at 7 Central, so maybe go around 6 o'clock, 5:30 TBD on that. Obviously, some leaks come out between now and then as well, so be sure to subscribe, turn on notifications. That way you know exactly when we go live on Wednesday, so stay tuned for that. Okay, Ozzy Trapilo, he is a winner as well. You know, with shorts and T-shirts on, it's hard to get a full evaluation of Trenches players, but I think with Trapilo being a 6'8", 320-pound guy, obviously getting a lot of work at left tackle when he played right tackle the last 2 years at Boston College, I wanted to see, did it look natural? Did he look fluid coming out of his stance? And I thought he checked a lot of those boxes. The footwork looks smooth. He's pretty quick for his size as well. Something he's talked about on the record is that, with being taller guy, I really got to emphasize focusing on my pad level, which, we'll see how that looks once the pads come on. But I thought he looked natural coming out of his stance. He revealed to us that since the end of the college football season, he's even worked more on reps as a left tackle because he knew he needed to have that versatility. He also said at Boston College, the reason they moved him to right tackle after 2022 was to pair him with Christian Mahogany, which, if you remember last year, he was a middle-round draft pick as well. They wanted to put them on the same side of the offensive line. So it wasn't because he wasn't playing well at left tackle. They kind of wanted to create that combo in BC's offense. And he said he made it a point the last 2 years after practice to get extra reps at left tackle just to kind of stay ready in that regard. So you kind of see it. And something Ben Johnson talked about this week with Trapilo was, listen, really smart, really intelligent guy. He also made the point that we're not winning jobs in the spring. So rookie minicamp OTAs, you're not winning a job. But I do think you can get a leg up, especially in this case when Braxton Jones is not available. He will not practice until training camp at the earliest. So if you're Ozzy Trapilo, you can hear your head coach say, we're not handing out jobs, but you could enter training camp as the front runner. You could be in a good position to take that job when the pads come on if you perform well during the next month or so. So I think it's one of the biggest storylines entering camp. Who is the left tackle for this football team? I'm still going to have Braxton Jones as the placeholder there, but I think Ozzy Trapilo is coming. He looks comfortable over there. Kiran Amegadjie is going to get his opportunities as well. So definitely very intrigued and very excited to see how that plays out over the next couple months. Obviously, mostly in training camp, but curious to see how things look at OTAs as well. Who do you guys think ends up being the week 1 left tackle? Type BJ for Braxton Jones, OT for Ozzy Trapilo, or KA for Kiran Amegadjie. Okay, got to put Colston Loveland in the loser category. Rookie minicamp, you're not going to find a lot of negative things, right? But it's just a fact. He can't practice, and when you're a rookie, you need reps. So he falls into that category for that reason. Now, he was out there in a helmet and his jersey taking mental reps, so he's doing everything that he can. He talked about with reporters that once the receivers and tight ends meet up with Caleb in July before training camp, whether they go to Florida or California, that he's going to go and hopefully he can participate and do some of the things there, at least run some routes. So, this is a knock on Colston. It's just, listen, when you're a young player, you need any rep you can get. And we knew this going in. We knew he wasn't going to be able to participate, but it is obviously a slight negative that is the case, but hopefully he's ready to go for training camp, and it sounds like that will be the case. Okay, we have more winners and losers from rookie minicamp coming up here in just a second, but I got to tell you guys about my friends. Our sponsor, Rocket Money. Rocket Money is a personal finance app that can help you find and cancel unwanted subscriptions, monitor your spending, and help lower your bills so that you can grow your savings. When it comes to spending, sometimes it's out of sight, it's out of mind. That daily coffee habit, those streaming subscriptions, they all add up fast without you even noticing. Rocket Money helps you spot those patterns so you can do something about them and keep more money in your pocket. Rocket Money's dashboard gives you a clear view of your expenses across all of your accounts and is going to help you stay on top of things. You could even create custom budgets with different categories if you want to scale back on spending, for, meals or grocery store, gas, whatever the case may be. If you're looking to scale back, Rocket Money is going to help you stay on top of that as well. Basic banking things like informing you when your upcoming bills are and checking your credit score, and all of that is available. Lots of benefits to Rocket Money. They have 5 million users, over 5 million users, and have saved a total of $500 million in canceled subscriptions, saving members up to $740 per year when they use all of the app's premium features. So cancel your unwanted subscriptions today and reach your financial goals faster with Rocket Money. All you got to do is go to rocketmoney.com/bearsnow. That's our link to support the show, rocketmoney.com/bearsnow. Check the comments and the description. Okay, Jade Walker, UDFA out of Texas A&M. I was intrigued by this signing when it happened and heard a few positive things. He's just every bit of 6'3", right a hair under 6'3", 200 pounds. So you'd like to maybe get him up to 210. But he's got a good size and speed combination. Ran a 4.45, made a couple of nice catches, it sounded like, over the weekend. Looked pretty solid on the outside. And the reason I think he comes out in a good light here is when you look at this wide receiver room, you don't have a lot of those bigger frame guys, right? I mean, DJ Moore, 5'11", 6-foot guy. Rome's obviously big, 6'2", 6'3". Luther Burden, 6 foot. Zacchaeus, 5'8", 5'9". Tyler Scott, 5'9", 5'10". Duvernay, 5'8", 5'9". You got Miles Boykin, but he's been around the block. I mean, the expectations for him at this point are pretty low. I'm not saying Jade Walker's in a good position to make this team, but I think he's a prime practice squad candidate, and who knows, maybe he battles for the 5th or 6th wide receiver spot, depending on how things play out, because you don't have a lot of those taller wide receivers. So if the Bears want to keep someone on the 53, or at least on the practice squad, that could be a true backup to Rome Odunze and give you some reps if you need to, Jade Walker has a chance to prove he can be that guy. Now, is a rookie minicamp going to show that he can be a backup X in the NFL? I don't know. Let's see how it looks once the vets are in the building and he's out there with those guys, and obviously once the pads go on. But there's something there, and there's something to being fairly productive in the SEC and showing that you can play at that level. So keep an eye on Jade Walker. Little honorable mention, J.P. Richardson, slot out of TCU, had a nice weekend as well. He's got punt return flexibility also, a player I heard mentioned multiple times. Okay, maybe the biggest winner is running backs coach Eric Benemy. I'm sure you guys have seen the social media clips. If you haven't, just search Eric Benemy on Twitter and go to the videos tab. I mean, this guy... I mentioned this before. I thought it was this way, and you're already seeing it. This is the right coach at the right time for the right role. I mean, he is just barking at these guys. One of the running backs in one of the drills, it wasn't Kyle Monungai, stepped on one of the cones, and when he finished the drill, he said, "Do not kick the cones," and he starts cussing at the guy, but not over the top, but in a fairly aggressive manner. he's just an old school hard ass. And I think the Bears need some of that on their coaching staff. You don't need every coach to be like that. In fact, I think if every coach is like that, it's a little too much. But I think for this room specifically, because I don't think it's the greatest running back room of all time, and just on this team in general, where we heard constantly last year, we need more accountability. We need more accountability. This guy is not going to let something slide. I mean, a UDFA accidentally kicks a cone and he's on his ass. So I'm pretty excited about that. As far as the running backs as a whole, I thought Monungai did some good things, but I kind of kept him neutral. Nothing really stood out to me from him. But I think Benemy alone is going to elevate this running back room because he's a demanding coach, and I think that's what the Bears need. If you're fired up about Eric Benemy, type me down in the comments below. I know I am. I think for this role specifically, right place, right time, excited about Eric Benemy. Okay, I'll put Major Burns in the loser category. Not because he necessarily did anything wrong. I just didn't hear much. And I thought this was a name we would hear more of. 6'2", 210 out of LSU. Played a lot of ball in the SEC. Safety, kind of one of those positions that you could use some depth. Doesn't mean he's not going to push for a roster spot. Doesn't mean he didn't do good things. Typically, though, when players stand out, you hear things. Didn't hear much at all when it comes to Major Burns. I know Dennis Allen made one comment about him, pointing out his length and stuff, but didn't necessarily point to a play that Burns made during rookie minicamp. So continue to keep an eye on this guy. I think he's got a shot to push for some kind of role, but nothing that happened during rookie minicamp really showed me that he will or will not be an effective NFL player. And then lastly, Zay Frazier, the cornerback out of UTSA, told a cool story. He and I think a couple other guys, but I think he was a lead part of the initiative. So the first practice, and the coaches talked about this, they threw a lot at these guys, and it's overwhelming, right? Like, you're a rookie, it's your first NFL practice, even if it is just with fellow rookies and UDFAs, young players, etc. And they had a lot thrown at them, and Frazier, along with a couple other guys, got all the DBs together that night and basically met up and basically just went through all the install initiatives that the coaches threw at them. It was not, they were not told to do that. They did that on their own. So for a rookie and a guy they drafted to kind of lead that charge and get together and really put in the homework to get ready for the second practice, I mean, I think that's a good sign. I mean, I don't think that's even something that would be expected, but the fact that you would do that, I think, is a mature thing. And look, he's an older player, right? 24, so he's been around playing college football for a long time. But like to hear that from him. He has a pretty engaging personality, so definitely seems really easy to root for. The one thing that does stand out, really tall, really long arms, really fast, really thin. I mean, he's about $185 at 6'3". So, I don't know if he can get to 200 pounds, but can he get to 190, 195? I do wonder if this year ends up turning into kind of a redshirt year for him. He's older, so you don't really want to look at it that way, but you are deep at corner, right? Like, you don't need Zay Frazier to contribute right away unless he's just a better player than a Tyreek Stevenson or a Terrell Smith. But I like his upside. I like his attitude. I like his skill set. You'd love to get 10 to 15 more pounds on that frame before he goes up against physical NFL receivers. Like, I just have visions of, like, him matched up on, like, a Mike Evans, who's like 6'5", 240, and the Bears are going to press man a lot. Like, that seems like a tough matchup, which it is for every corner in the league, but especially a player like this who's pretty wiry right now. All right, that's going to do it for Chicago Bears Now. Again, no live show later today. We'll probably drop another episode, though, so stay tuned for that here on the channel. We'll be live on Wednesday night for the schedule release, and if any breadcrumbs drop between now and then on the schedule, we'll have that covered here as well. My name is Harrison Graham. Be sure to subscribe and bear down.